So I'd like to introduce Mr. Paul Stevenson, Master of Education, Curriculum and Instruction. I know what that is.
Good.
Is the founder and director of the ASQ Academy Charter School. He's got a Master's in Education and Curriculum and Instruction from the University of Phoenix, BA in Mathematics from Texas Tech, 6 years as a Curriculum Director and Academy Head of an unprecedented startup engineering and design academy. Educator of inspiration from the District of Rio Rancho School System. Math, Engineering, Science and Achievement Advisor for 4 years. 2 years as a coordinator of New Mexico statewide educational workshops of inquiry, creating a new element workshops. Founder of the New Mexico Math Science Boot Camp for the Rio Grande Consortium School Districts, K through 9. Teacher of the Year Award recipient for Cibola County Schools in 1996. 21 years as a classroom teacher of mathematics. Former business owner, marketing and sales manager. So it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Paul Stevenson.
Thank you. Bob says it's going to be great. I don't know if I can live up to that building, but we'll see what we can do. We are the ASQ Academy. Also, I think we are the STEM high school that next year's you have the opportunity to working with us in projects that Bob referenced for future. I believe that's Nels is trying to set that up. Nels is Nels is a parent of our academy, and so his son is attending. And so he asked me to come here, and I'm very, very pleased to be with you. I don't want this to be a talk necessarily, or a speech, or one direction. I'd like for this to be a little more a conversation, if we could have that tonight. And so I will tell you about us, but the charter school world, we're a charter school, is a little still an unknown entity in the great state of New Mexico. It's only been around 15, 20 years, so it's relatively new compared to other parts of the country. So there may be members of us in this room that just don't understand the uniquenesses and differences that govern charter schools. So ask your questions, and I'd like to leave tonight for you to be able to understand a little bit more about what we do. We are the ASQ Academy. We are a STEM innovation. That's the title of our academy. ASK is an acronym that stands for Attitude, Skills, and Knowledge. The Academy members that come here to us as scholars, we make sure they understand that. We even interview those that work for us. Skills and knowledge, very, very important, but none more important than the attitude. Doesn't matter what you know, doesn't matter how well you use what you know in skills. If your attitude isn't so good, it can really taint all of that. So we really front-end load that attitude. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about us, but also focusing, since this is the Society of Quality, about the quality of education. Unless anybody thinks that public education in our country is doing okay, we're doing okay? We truly are one of those that believe that we need to not reform the current public school system, but really do some transformation. Have it look very little like what it does now. And so we are driven by 20 years, personally, in education, 20 years plus. And so we think we're onto something. And most of what drove me to initiate the existence of our academy. Oh, by the way, Bob, I don't know what the appropriate time frame is. And I told Liz that I can just talk a lot. So anytime you need to get the hook, just let me know. It started out with this. And by the way, I'm a TEDer. Is anybody in the room familiar with TED Talks? I'm a TEDer. And so what I'm giving you tonight is a part of that TED Talk that I did last year for New Mexico Education. I was an academy head at Rio Rancho High School, for Engineering and Design Academy. And one day I came out of the classroom that I was teaching, math analysis or pre-calc or something, and walked out into the hallway of my academy that I'm the head of. I'm the head of the curriculum, head of the spirit, head of the direction, and I read this eloquent message written in incredible penmanship on my white wall in the hallway with black Sharpie done really, really well in communicating a very emotional message. This school is and now I'm paraphrasing, freaking joke. That's supposed to get a little laughter on this. Now, but that was personal to me because I was academy head, and I was sort of in charge of the spirit and the curriculum and the attitude of the academy. And when this student wrote that message to me, it said more than what the message meant. Because whether this student was right or not, that's how that student felt. And we had an innovative, unique, there was not a curriculum like it in the state. We were doing unprecedented things. But it drove me to ask these questions. What are we doing to create that emotion? Or what are we not doing? It's creating that emotion in that child. And whether it was a guy or a girl, I don't know. But the administration wanted to find the culprit, whitewash the wall, and punish. That needed to happen. But I wanted to find out, answer the questions that I was asking. Because it's not the child's fault that they feel these things. There are certain things that we need to do in education different in the 21st century than what we've done for the last 100 years. Einstein said that if we keep doing the same thing and expect change, you are insane. We've got to do some changes. So that prompted me to start a STEM innovation, to go out on my own and ask those that I respected around me to come to me and build a new school district that was different, that had a different perspective, a different foundation. And the charter school world allowed me to do that. I want to give you a 5th grade science lesson real quick. This is what I mean by changing the learning experiences for scholars to go through. I want you to take a hand and I want you to feel around on your chair something not cloth. And I want you to just touch it. Okay? Got it? And I want you to take the same hand and I want you to touch the cloth that you're not really sitting on. Something around the side of it or something. Is there any difference with that? What?
Temperature.
What?
Temperature.
Temperature's different, right?
Texture.
Texture, okay? If you're looking at the temperature now, which was colder? The metal or the cloth? Metal, right? Yeah. And in 5th grade, we learned a science lesson that if you don't pump energy into something, everything really takes on the same ambient temperature. If you took a probe, a temperature, a thermometer, and you measured the cloth temperature and the metal or the other part of the chair, they're actually within a degree or two Fahrenheit the same. They're not different. Yeah, I see you reaching back. I saw you reaching back there. Saying, well, what the heck? Why does that feel? Because it feels different, right? Am I crazy? They feel different, don't they? Well, see, another science lesson we learned in 5th grade was that if the property of the metal pulls your temperature away from you faster than the cloth. The temperature is really the same. It's just that the property of the material has different property characteristics. And so, think of yourself now. We're in the month of December in New Mexico. And tomorrow morning when you swing your warm, comfortable feet out of your bed and you want to put it on carpet or do you want to put it on ceramic tile? Which one? Carpet? Why? Why? Because it's warmer? No. Not warmer.
Take your temperature away.
That's right. That carpet's not going to pull your heat away from your bottom of your feet as fast as ceramic tile will. The ceramic tile in your house is the same temperature as your carpet. Again, that's a 5th grade lesson in science that you learned. Now I know I taught that, right? So that's an example of what I want to demonstrate for you as if you experience lessons, instead of just having it told to you, that's a wonderful way of learning. Now, do we need to get rid of the telling, the storytelling? Do we need to get rid of the lectures? Do we need to get rid of quizzes and tests? No. We just need to mix it well. So that's one of the things that it's quality improvement of the learning experience for learners that come into our house. We mix the type of learning experiences that we offer for our children.